morning, everyone, or afternoon, or wherever it is. Hey, just wanted to do a little video today, kind of sharing a few things that I've been reading about lately, or listening to. Kind of start that off. I found this app called Speechify. You probably heard of it, but it's actually been a really cool app. It's a little pricey, but it's been worth it for me anyway. I first did it because I wanted to listen to a story of my ancestor, and had the story on Family Search, but wanted to listen to it and see it. And I found that this Speechify uses an AI generated voice, and it sounds a lot better than the old traditional ones that they have. And you can scan documents, you can upload things, and it works really good. But anyway, I've been using this app Speechify, where you can get a lot of books that aren't available in audiobook, and you have to manually scan them in. But I found I'll go home and I can scan in a couple 2 or 3 chapters and listen to it one day, and then do the next day or something like that, and it works pretty good. So what I've been reading about lately, and this is over the past year, that I've had very similar themes that have shown up in the books that I've listened to. Four of the 6 books have been about war, or kind of revolved around war, and the other 2 were around church history. And it's kind of a hard topic to read, or to want to read about. And it's not like that's not the topic that I'm searching after while I'm reading these books, but it's a common theme. And the hard topic is hunger and starvation. So I'm just going to kind of give you the list of the books that I've read that have brought this topic up. And some of them are pretty heavy in the books. Like, there's one of the books there, it's only a chapter or 2 where it's real deep, and some of the church history ones isn't the whole thing either. But when you read about them, it is, I feel like it's in there for a reason. So the list of the books was We Were Not Alone, by Carola Hilbert Reese and her daughter. I don't remember her daughter's name off the top of my head, but it was about a group of people in Latter-day Saints in World War II, and how they survived living in Berlin. Second book, The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom, goes into it quite a bit, after the German Nazi takeover of Holland. The other one was God's Smuggler, and that also talks the chapters that I'm talking about that's the one where it's not mentioned very much, but the first couple chapters do talk about it with the German or the Nazi takeover in Holland. Another one was what's that one called? The Evidence Not Seen, and that one's about a prisoner of war in Indonesia, a Christian missionary, and how she gets taken prisoner of war, and it's a pretty hard subject in that book. And then the other 2, which were unexpected, was The Life of Heber C. Kimball, and it doesn't talk about it in war, but I think it was 1856. There was a huge famine in the West, and how he had prepared for it, and was a means of helping many others through that. And the other one was The Life of Joseph Smith by his mother, and that goes into it just some of the terrible situations through Missouri and Nauvoo before Nauvoo was big. I mean, just how bad hunger can be. All the ones with war, it's kind of a controversial topic nowadays, but after reading any of those books about the war, it is I don't know how anyone could support war nowadays. I honestly don't, unless it's within the I think there were times where it's been justified. I think World War II in a way was justified just because they were able to rescue the victims of the Holocaust, and sometimes when you're able to help others get out of the situation of war. But it is such an awful topic, and common theme is that it leads starvation and hunger. And I feel like I've been led to these books, and I've learned from them, and they've brought me closer to Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. But I also feel like they've brought me to know that I need to prepare better. I need to get my house in order, because I know I consider myself a prepper, but one of the hardest things for me is seeing my kids ask for a drink of water or something to eat, and the thought going through my mind, what would I do if I didn't have that? What would I do if I didn't have the water to give them? Just let them go thirsty or have them go hungry. And I know the Lord would provide for us. He would. I know that He loves and cares about His children, and He will provide. But I also think in our preparations, in our spiritual preparation too, is what do I need to do so I can have the food and the water to help my family or to help my neighbors? Because especially after some of these books, we were not alone, and evidence not seen. Those two were the heaviest in the topic of hunger and starvation. I know God will provide for His children, and He'll, as we turn to Him, that He will provide. But I know that He wants us to learn what we need to prepare to, and that's kind of a preparatory, spiritual preparation too. How He will guide you to what you need to prepare. He'll help you to know what you need, and in doing so, I think you'll be more in tune with the Spirit. I just wanted to share a little brief insight on some of those books, and how interesting it was that all of them have that common theme of hunger and starvation, and just how remarkable those people were, especially what all of them were relying on God, and how He blessed them through that. I just wanted to share that.